Hello everybody, hello apa khabar semua? Okay, Assalamualaikum. Saya Kwa from Best Wing Solution. Hari ini saya ambil opportunity untuk buat video ni. Video ni special. Dia khas untuk satu customer. Okay, customer ni dia telah beli 3 biji Delta 2 Max. This customer is from East Coast, from one of the island lah. Okay, so before that I need to do a lot of checking before we shipping this item to the client lah, okay, and I'm taking this opportunity to try my best to explain every single information that needed to be noticed, and also how to take care on the power station, especially precious items such as Delta 2 Max. Okay, so customer has purchased 3 unit. Okay, from a basics information from the box also. Okay, we know that there are some serial number over here. This is serial number, and from here this is the product code, and this is the manufacturing date lah. Okay, so over here there's a manufacturing date, then you can see when it actually came out from the factory lah. Okay, so sejak bila dia keluar daripada kilang, there is a date over there at the sticker. Okay, so I'm going to go into the surface and talking about the Delta 2 Max. So over here, the Delta 2 Max basically is a model which is in the high-end Delta series. Okay, the Delta series consider Delta 2 series consider Delta 2, Delta 2 Max, and then Delta Pro. Okay, so this is the Delta 2 Max. It consists of a lithium-ion phosphate battery (LFP). The capacity of this battery inside there is 2048 watt hours. Okay, 2048 watt hours. Okay, so from here we have a look. This is a handle. Okay, handle. I'm going to start with the front panel first. Okay, saya terangkan panel depan dulu. Okay, this is a LCD screen, as you know, and all this types A, and then the type C. Okay, and there's a fast charge, and then there's a normal, and then this is a button for you to operate this part. Okay, then this is the power button. Okay, currently this battery is on charging. Okay, so the front panel, basically this is the front panel. Okay, and there's a protective film here. You can take it off, okay, if you find there is a problem in terms of the static. Okay, but if you want to keep it like that, I never have any problem with it. Okay, okay, on the side here, okay, there you can see 2 fan. Okay, how to say that, the hole that to keep the air flowing. Okay, so over here there's 2, and then over here there's 2 more plug. Okay, this is a XT150 plug. Okay, there for the Delta 2 Max there's 2, one on the left and one on the right. Okay, so it can go with either 1 extra battery or 2 extra battery. Okay, so the port also can be utilized as a, other than extra battery port, you can use it to charge using alternator charger or either smart generator. Okay, port ini adalah special XT150. Okay, untuk series River 2 dia tidak ada port yang sebegini untuk XT150. Jadi yang ini adalah khusus untuk Delta series, dan kepada Delta 2 Max ada 2 pula. We have 2 of this. Okay, so on this side you can sense that for the Delta 2 Max there's a bit of warm air. Okay, ada angin yang lebih panas sedikit, dia keluar dari sini. So which mean ia bermaksud flow untuk angin masuk adalah from the left hand side. Daripada kiri dia akan tarik angin dan keluar daripada kanan. Okay, this is the front panel. Daripada kiri dan keluar kanan. Okay, from the left hand side the air flow in, and then over here the warm air will come out. Okay, so that means we have to take care on the dust. There will be more dust sucking in from here, and then the dust also will be available inside the fan. Okay, right, so this is the right hand side, which consists of 2 port of XT150, and then let me just unplug it. Let's have a look on the back. Alright, over here Okay, we can see there is a casing, and from this casing we can see there is two XT60 port. This is the solar port or DC charging port lah. So for Delta 2 Max is a bit special. You have two pieces of XT60i that you can charge using the solar. Each of these port will have ability of taking a maximum of 500 watt from your solar panel. Okay, so for Delta 2 Max you have 1000 watt. If you are preparing for your solar panel, you can prepare 400 watt panel for each of them, or either 550 watt panel for each of them, because we all know that the solar panel will have roughly, let's say 100%, they will only give you about 80%. So if you are putting a 500 watt, most probably in the good sun, you might only able to get about 350 to 380, right? So the maximum is actually 500 each. So what you can do is, if you have a 550 watt solar panel or 600 watt, still should be all right. In the event if the solar panel is over watt, the product itself have its own MPPT will filter and limit it up and to the maximum of 500 each port. So both of them will be 1000. So next one, this one will be your AC plug-in charging port. Okay, so over here, this is just like a protector switch, so nothing to do with this. You don't need to press all these things. It seems to be like non-function, but actually it works. When it have anything on an emergency side, it will actually came out by itself. Okay, like we call it at a home, we call it ELCB, stuff like that. Okay, protector switch lah. So this is the charging port, which is 3 pin, the earth, the live, and the neutral. So this is the XT60, and the XT60 provide with the eye. The eye is actually on the middle part. Alright, so this is the detail on the incoming charging port. Okay, underneath here you can see there's a 4 gang of UK port and 1 power push button to be making this on and off manually. Over here there's a DC 12 watt. Okay, and this is a button to push. Okay, you can take up this rubber like this, and then you can power up your portable fridge and any devices that needed 12V. And then you also have this barrel of 12V support. You can use this for your walkie-talkie cradle charging or any 12 watt power tools you can charge. Once you're on here, the outgoing flow of voltage will be 12V. Okay, dia akan keluarkan 12 watt dari sini, di sini dan sini. Okay, so ini ada 12 watt punya tempat. Okay, if you power off, you can press like that. There are also timer in the apps, which I'm going to explain slightly more detail in a while. So this is the left hand side of the fan. So that means there is 4 fan. Okay, 2 fan on the left and 2 fan on the right, but it's flowing in one flow only from left to the right. Okay, so I guess these are the details that I overall running on a product called Delta 2 Max, okay, which is still current and available. Okay, so since I know that this product will go to on an island, so that as a QA, I would like to give some guidance in terms of the frequent asked question lah. Okay, benda-benda yang anda harus tahu kalau anda nak guna power station ni dengan penjagaan yang lebih rapi. Okay, so that anda boleh guna dia dengan lebih baik. Okay, so first of all, I will try to go into an app so that you will know better, okay, about what are the things that available in the apps. Okay, so from here, let me get my specs first. Excuse me. Where's my spec? So untuk Delta 2 dengan Delta 2 Max, dia punya perbezaan hanya 1 kilowatt. Okay, Delta 2 dia ada 1 kilowatt, 1024 watt hours. Delta 2 Max ada 2048 kilowatt. Okay, welcome back. So ini adalah Delta 2 Max. Ini adalah firmware, okay, di mana kita boleh check daripada kita punya apps. So katakan sekarang we go to this model first lah, okay. This model is 89, okay. So you can see this is, I already connected the apps, okay, using my EcoFlow apps. Of course, you need to sign in the EcoFlow app. If you do not know how to do that, you can check back my video on the Delta 2. Start from minute 12. I'm teaching how to log into the EcoFlow apps. Okay, download already, how do you sign in, things like that. So this is the surface that you can see. You can actually remote control how to on the USB, okay, as well as you can also remote control in the event that if you are doing it on off-grid, you can use Bluetooth, or in the event that if you connected your machine with the Wi-Fi, then if you are in a remote area also you can remote control. Just like I want to on the AC over here, I can on it. I can on it on the DC as well. Saya boleh remote control, okay. Dan kalau di sini, if I off it, it will off automatically, okay, as you can see, okay. Alright, so from here, that's the detail that I want to share. Okay, for the AC charging speed, okay, on Delta 2 Max, it's a bit special. They have one special switch over here. I'm not sure whether you can see or not. Come over here. Okay, this is a switch. If I push it to the left, then you can see my AC charging speed will no longer be able for me to choose what I want. Okay, so your AC charging speed automatic become the maximum 2400 watt. Ini adalah benda yang penting. So this important thing, you need to know that there is a switch over here, okay, over here, okay, that you need to chain it to the right hand side in the events if you need to charge with your own choice of voltage, okay. So once you chain it already, when you tick here, only you can see whether you want to charge with the super high fast 2400 watt, or you can charge 1005, 1001, 500, or the minimum of 200. Why I bring this topic out is because I want to share with you all on all my experience. If I want to charge certain product with the higher speed, 2004, there are one or two things that you must be very cautious. Number one, you must be at the location which you have the shore power, okay. The shore power means, like, you know, in Malaysia we have TNB, Tenaga Nasional, and you must use the plug not from a extension as such, okay, not from an extension as such, okay. You need to use the charging cord, okay, that provided to plug in here, and then the other end you plug in, okay, the other end you plug in into your wall plug, okay, of your shore power, so that the fast charge will not trigger any problem just because of you have a bad qualities extension cable or not in the standard. So this is recommended if you want to charge in the high speed 2004 watt, use the shore power, okay. So in the event if you want to charge in the no rushing mode, it's also encouraged that you do not need to charge so fast. You can always charge half of it. Let's say this is 2004, you can always charge about 1002, okay. In the event if you are charging from an off-grid generator, okay, petrol, diesel, gas generators, be careful that you need to understood how much voltage of that generator, the petrol generator or diesel generator in the off-grid area, are they providing good pure sine wave? Adakah electricity yang dikeluarkan oleh generator itu adalah jenis yang tulen, okay, dan sine wave-nya yang cantik, okay. So kalau anda charge melalui generator, you need to test first with a lower watt. Sometimes the generator cannot produce so much of surge. Dia tak boleh nak naik tinggi. Dia naik tinggi, dia akan rasa tidak ada stability of voltage incoming, so dia akan bagi overload dan dia tidak mau terima. You will not accept that particular electricity to be incoming into our power station's battery. Alright, so I hope this part make sure that you already know you can charge with the high speed if you are in the rush. Let's say you are on the route, on the journey, okay, that you just stay, about 1-2 hours in the hotel, you can consider that. And charge using the good cable and from the wall plug. This is important. Number 2, if you are not too rushed, charge about 50% so that you do not need to stress your power stations with the high speed charging. Okay, this is recommended by me. Okay, and if you are not really rushing and you are charging after you come back from off-grid tour, you can always charge slow, about 400 or 500. So my practice is I always charge around half of it, or either 1000 watt. Okay, let's say for this Delta 2 Max. Okay, right, so next thing, these are the basic information, rename, okay, if you want to name, and then device sharing. If you have Wi-Fi only, you can share to another person, like you're in another area, let's say you're in Terengganu, then you want to share to me, Kwa, and then you can share. If you're connected to Wi-Fi already, you can share and just put in my email, something like that, okay. So yang ni beep, okay, kalau you rasa bising, if you find it's annoying, then you can off it. These are all basic things, okay. Energy management, okay. Energy management is something very important, okay. In the events, if you want to charge 100%, of course you go to 100%. In the event, if you don't want to charge 100% because you want to store it, okay, we all know that storing percentage is around 80%, 75, 82, around this area. You can also set this to be 80 so that when you charge, it comes to 80%, then the charger will automatically cut off. This is how the energy management work. Okay, so the next thing, if the discharge limit, let's say you want to let some electric appliance utilize all the power, but you do not want it to be utilized until maximum to 0%, you can actually adjust it to 10% so that the AC output, the DC output that provide, it will be going down from 100% all the way down to 20 and then to 10. When it reach 10%, the whole system was cut off and no longer provide voltage, which you can still reserve 10% of battery power inside your power station. So I guess you understood about this category, all right? So the next part will be the backup reserve. What is this basically, backup reserve, okay? This is a very unique feature. Let's say your power station is able to connect on the solar power. At the same time, you are also connecting in the solar input power. So the green side here basically take care on all the solar power. That means the solar power, your TNB power, will charge up to 34%, and then it prioritize the solar, okay, to solar to come in. Let's say the story is like this. If my place here start from morning 8:30 until 4:30, and my solar panel can only provide me about 30% of total, okay, energy. So that means I will try to let my TNB to take care for me at 70%. And then after 70%, the charge from the TNB will be cut out, and then you prioritize from solar. So if you have a very big solar system, then you can actually reduce it going down to, let's say, 20%, okay, so that your TNB is only taking care around 20%, okay, and then the solar will take over, things like that, okay. When the solar is take over, okay, the TNB is no longer incoming with the power, okay. So some of the time in my own practice, I around 60%, because my solar panel is only 400 watt times 2. Okay, so this is energy management. If you do not want to use this function, you just turn it off from here, and then be sure this is on 100% and 0% according to what you need to adjust, okay, for the discharge limit. All right, so you already understood about energy management, AC charging speed, which is very important. And on this car input here, to adjust your amperes in terms of the lowest of 4 amp, 6 amp, 8 amp, obviously we're going to choose the highest one because the output of the DC 12 watt, okay, yang ni keluar, okay, they only provide not more than 10 amp, okay. So why? Because they need to take care, like our car cigarette port. If it's too high in amp, it will have too hot in terms of the connection. For what we know, the car cigarette port also is not more than 10 amp. Alright, so this one you don't need to adjust. And then this next one is smart generator auto start and stop. This is a very special function. In the events, if you have, okay, EcoFlow's gas or petrol generator, which is available, so the smart generator will automatic kickstart in the events if you are setting it at 20%, and then it will actually cut off the smart generator, which means the generator lah, you know, dia akan stop sini, dan bila power dan turun, when the power is up to 20%, no more, it will start the generator by its own automatic start if you are using the EcoFlow solar smart generator, okay. So this is the especially for EcoFlow smart generator usage, okay. So at the moment, these are the important information on the upper part, and then this X boost, okay. What is this X boost actually? The X boost, if you off it already, okay, as far as you understood from the spec, the Delta 2 Max, it was able to provide 2000 watt. It's a 2000 watt power AC inverter. So when you on this X boost, okay, it kind of like give a further range up, okay, to 4500 watt for Delta 2 Max, okay. I mean, if you have appliances that needed higher voltage when you power it on, let's say 3600 watt, you can give it a try, because the machine minimum it are supposed to provide perfectly 2000, 2100, 2200 watt, no problem at all. If you have a product of 3000 watt, you can give it a try. So if the surge power needed is between 4500 watt and below, the machine will kick on and you will run the machine, okay. So but it's only for the surge power period, which is about maybe 10 to 15 seconds of needed on the high power side for the surge, okay. Yang ni lebih rumit sikit. Jadi dengan kata yang lebih ringkas, you boleh cuba kalau anda ada 3000 watt, 3500 watt punya produk. This is called to surge power up to providing 4500 watt. But it didn't means that you should use a product 4500 watt and you expect the machine to be able to power it at all time, okay. So ini yang saya nak cuba terangkan, okay. So saya percepatkan sedikit, okay. Sudah lama video ini, alright. So yang ini semua adalah timer, okay. These are all timer, which is if you device timer, if you set 30 minutes, so you can actually know that the machine is no longer needed any load. That means you are tak pakai, you know. Then it will, after 30 minutes, you will power down by itself. So this is how you adjust your timer lah, okay. So the rest of the LCD screen, time up, this one all simple only. If you choose 30 seconds, after 30 seconds, it will padam lah. It will padam lah, okay. It will like, you know, away, you know, things like that. And then when you want it come back, you just need to touch the button. Let's say now it's already 30 seconds, so it will take away from the screen, okay. It will padam lah. I just change. It's already 30 seconds. Okay, let's say I just choose to 10 seconds lah. Okay, now it's 10 seconds. So after 10 seconds, if there's no charging, okay, no power in, it will padam by itself. And when you press like that, it will calculate 10 seconds again. Okay, and after 10 seconds, it will padam again lah. It will off the screen only lah, just rest. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so if you want it back, it's just like that. So now this you can adjust from here. Okay, okay, so the 12 watt DC time up, same thing, you can adjust 30 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, if you use fridge, please beware that the fridge might hibernate and it was not taking power from the power station. So the power station might assume that you are not using the power and turn it off for you. So that's why when you have a fridge, minimum you have to set roughly about 2 hours, because we believe the fridge will generate the compressor again within the 2 hours just to keep the fridge cold. So these are the firmware update. Okay, these are the history I just update for the customer on today. So this is important to keep up to date. When there is a firmware, it will prompt you up with the orange color dot here. Okay, so the rest of that basically is just for your reference. Okay, the lab feature is the AC always on button. Do you want to use that? But you know, it depends on your usage. User manual, if you're online, then you can check all the user manual online. Okay, so the clear data, and then you can choose the layout between these two, you can change. Okay, so I guess some more important information, the last part that I need to share. If you are using this machine, you already know how to take care of your charging speeds. You ask me a question, can you use power station 1 to charge the AC output to the power station 2? Okay, let's say you plug in here and then you plug in here the charging. Can you do that? Yes, actually you can do that. If you want to transfer the energy from this one, which is full charge, to the second battery, the second to the third battery, yes, you can do that. Okay, it will actually charge the AC output, but it will also under control with whatever that I explained to you just now, the AC charging speed. Okay, number 3 is actually some of the information I would like to share. If you are at the seaside, or either you are fishing or anything, you are using this on the yacht, on the ship or boat and things like that, or either on the seaside, please make sure you don't touch the power station if you didn't wash your hand with the water, okay, which is not salty, so that we don't want to touch all this panel, you know, using the charge cable, salty hand, and then it will actually affect and it will get rusty very fast. This is very important because I have fisherman customer that letting me know all this information. So keep clean, and then do not apply this machine when you charge in the location which is too hot, which is important. Okay, when you want to charge your machine, make sure the environment, the airflow is good. Okay, tempat yang nak charging itu haruslah tidak terlalu panas. Okay, yang ada shaded. Then which is also important, if you are charging AC high charging speed at a high speed 2400 watt, then you can consider you are charging, of course, at the home or at the hotel with the air conditioner at air conditioned environment, which is about 20 over degree, 23, 22 degrees Celsius, so that the airflow and the cool air will assist, you know, to cool down the power station. The power station will have a temperature, okay, showing you over here. You can actually just tap the temperature, okay, by here you tap and then you can see there's a temperature here, okay, which is very important. Okay, it can be charging up to 39 or 40 or 41 or 42, it's fine. But if it's surpass 42, then you can consider take a rest of the charging. Okay, maybe you let it rest for half an hour and then you come back, you find that the temperature will go down for 2 to 3 degrees, and then you can charge again. Okay, if you charge in the high speed 2004, obviously your temperature will surpass 42 or 44, 45. Okay, so what is the temperature that you need to be cautious? Obviously, you do not let your charge machine surpass 45, 46 degrees. If it's 45, 46 degrees, then you just take a rest. Okay, although that we know the products specs telling us that the product can be utilized and can work as normal in the situation of 0 to negative 20 degree and 0 to positive, which is 50 to 60 degrees environment. Okay, so but in Malaysia here, we always have around maximums about 39, 40, 42 degrees Celsius, okay, which is normal days about 30 over degrees, and then when it's a cooling day, we have about 27, 26, and in the air conditioner location, maybe you have about 21, 22 degree. That's the maximum of the cooling degree you can get. So it's within the range of maybe 10 degree up to about 40 degrees. So this is the best working environment temperature. Alright, so apa lagi? Any other things that I need to share? Okay, first of all, if you're handling the product, make sure you carry. If it's too heavy to handle by one person, please handle 2 person. Okay, so if one person want to carry, this is the way you carry it. Okay, and make sure before you want to carry it away, take away all the cable. These are all the basic knowledge that you need to know. Okay, and then for the parts that you are not using, okay, especially on the seaside, if you are not using, you can actually consider covered 1 or 2 part of here, and then maybe another half a year later, then you can start using here, and then you switch side, okay, and you stick over here so that you can use, So don't always keep using the same pot at all time throughout the years. You can share, okay. I guess that's about it, okay, of my quite a long video already, okay. Apa lagi airflow, rain, okay, kalau ada hujan, if it's rain a little bit and then you accidentally forget about the power station, no worry, okay. But if already so heavy rain and then you forgot about the whole thing, and then when you go there and you find that it's all wet, what you need to do, if you see the power is still on, you better turn it off and then take it back to the office, clean it and let it dry by naturally, okay. If there is a need, give me a call. I would like to access how is the condition. But if not, then you can just keep it dry and then wind it up. You can blow it. Prepare a air blow machine in case every half a year you need to clean out the fan, or either close to 1 year. It depends on your location whether it's dust or not. And then the last part of my video here is to share with you how the battery chemistry works. This is 3,000 cycles battery chemistry. That means you can charge and discharge, charge and discharge, charge and discharge every day. Okay, if you are using, let's say, charge to 100% already, and then you use it to 55%, and then you charge it back to 100, and then use it at the 20%, charge it back to 85, and then use it to 50, charge it back. You can always do that, no problem. But just my practice will be, if you are doing that, and then roughly about 3 months or 6 months in the maximum, okay, try to make sure that you utilize the battery power from 100% going down all the way to 0 without the limit. It go down to 0, finish the whole things in the battery capacity. After you finish the battery capacity already, remember to charge back, but ensuring you are not charging it in the super fast speed 2400 watt. Just charge it on the power from the solar power or from generator, anything. Charge as less as possible, and my best recommendation for you, if you are not rushing, charge at 500 watt, okay, which is optimized charging, the best, so that the battery management system will do the best job, okay. So when you charge from the 0 going up back to all the way 180, let's say your battery, you need to do recalibration, then it go back to 100% already. What you need to do, okay, let me show you. So this is how, let's say you imagine this is already 100%, okay, this is 100%, right? Turn it off. Long press only you can turn off, short press to turn it on, okay. So let's say in the way that you want to do the recalibrating, you just turn the machine off, long press, and then now this is the important thing, just press the button, do not let go your finger, let the machine on and don't let go your finger, and then you can see it turn one more round. This is called the recalibrations. When it do this, it will actually rearrange, okay, refragmentings, or either it will check the battery cells and then it give a double check. So when your battery is aged, let's say it's already 7 year, 8 year, when you do this, you might see the 100% will drop down to, let's say, 75 or either 92%. When you see that, that means it's compact, the battery, you have 92%, and then it's good for you to continue charge it. From the 92%, it go back up to 100%. So it complete the whole process of taking care on maintenance of your power station battery. Alright, so in case have anything, this video is made specially for these customers on the Delta to Max. So I was thinking it's good for me to shoot a long video so that you can actually refer back any information that you might forget and you need to know from me, Kwa, okay, from the Best Wing Solution, and we are the authorized people in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, for EcoFlow products, and you are welcome to contact us. We can check our contact number and you can Google us on Best Wing Solutions. So thank you for your patronizing on the product and you purchase from Best Wing and your trust. Terima kasih banyak kepada customer telah mempercayai saya, Kwa, dan beli barang ni dengan saya. Dan sekian, itu sajalah untuk video sharing hari ini yang agak panjang juga. Saya akan cuba buat video lagi. Okay, tak lama lagi saya akan cuba buat sebab lama dah tak buat video. Minta maaf dan terima kasih. Okay, so Waalaikumsalam dan thank you very much. See you.